I'm going to show you how to install apps on your Pattonville iPad. One way is to use a personal Apple ID with the App Store. If you do this, you can install any apps that you want without any approval from anyone in technology. Even apps maybe you've already paid for on your own personal phone, you should be able to get them on your iPad as well without paying for them again. So you could do that, but you have to use your own Apple ID. You cannot use your Pattonville Apple ID with the App Store. Your other option is to use the Mosyle Manager App, and this may require you to sign into your Pattonville Google account if you haven't done so already. So I'm going to show you how to do both of these things in this video. So the first thing is, if you want to use, get an app that Pattonville has already paid for or gotten for teachers, if you don't see an app on any of your home screens, or when you try to pull down on a screen and search for an app, you can't find it, you could go ahead and see if it's available in the Mosyle kiosk. Now, only iPads that are on Mosyle, which right now is just the high school teachers, can do this, but eventually everyone will be. So you're going to tap on the Mosyle icon. It looks like a Wi-Fi signal. It's right here. It's called Manager. And if you haven't signed into the app, you may have to sign in with your Pattonville Google credentials. But most of you signed in when we gave you your iPad. So at the very top where it says self-service, that is where we call the kiosk. So you're going to go in that self-service kiosk and tap on My Apps, and then anything that you see in here can be installed. What's nice is if you delete an app from your homepage, you can always get it back if it's one Pattonville has provided. And sometimes when an app is not acting very nice, you can just delete the app and reinstall it, and that fixes glitchy problems with apps also. If you want to install something, you basically just tap on the Install Update button and it will just put it on the home screen of your iPad. So that is the Mosyle Manager app. Now, if there's an app that you want just for yourself that you know no other teachers really are going to want, it's just something that you want, you could certainly get that from the App Store. So before you can buy things from the App Store, though, you have to register a personal Apple ID. And then to do that on your iPad, you want to go into your settings. Now, whenever the technology department gave teachers iPads, we signed you into your Pattonville Apple ID, which is probably your username at appleid.psdr3.org. And that is to be used with iCloud for all of your files. But you can see on my iPad that I'm signed into the iTunes store with my personal Apple ID, which happens to be my Gmail account. So if you want to do that too, what you do is you go down on the side here of your settings, go to iTunes and App Store, and at the top, if you're still signed into your Pattonville Apple ID, you just tap on that, you're going to tap Sign Out, and then from there you can sign into your own personal Apple ID if you have one. If you don't have one, you can certainly go to Apple ID, like Google, create an Apple ID, and then create an Apple ID with Apple if you want to. So some teachers have created an Apple ID with a different email that they can use just to get apps for their school devices, like your MacBook and your iPad. So again, if you want to go to the App Store, you have to make sure that you're signed in to the iTunes and App Store with a personal Apple ID.